All right, so this week, very special guest, Coach Doherty and I spent some time discussing Scout Player of the Week. Last week we had, like Akil Wilkerson. We talked about Raynor Johnson last week. I have the opportunity to have the the new individual here with Week One, Austin
Nessheim.
Nessheim. Okay, a lot of people call him Ted. Okay, and you know what? For the longest time, I'll be honest with you, it took me a while, Austin. If I wouldn't have had you in class, occasionally when I was helping out with math last year, that I would have thought that your name was Ted. So can you? I mean, is the school appropriate to tell us the story of the Ted nickname?
Yeah, it is.
Get real close.
So it's like my freshman year. I had this facial expression that came from a video, and one of the seniors, Nathaniel Swagger, just started calling me that because there's like a resemblance to the video.
Is that Noah's brother?
Yeah, Noah's older brother. It was I think a outside receiver, like one or two. I can't remember which one it was though.
Yeah, it's kind of like when they say I look like Humpty Dumpty. I thought it was funny. Anyway, yeah, good dad jokes and stuff. Now, Austin, what does football mean to you? As a obviously you're hungrier this year. I see it when you're practicing and you're doing these things. What's football mean to Austin?
Well, it means a lot because it's one of the only sports I really play. So I try to do my best at it. It's just my dad grew up playing the sport. He was like a defensive end or outside linebacker as well. Went to a big school, so I just thought that maybe could have a good start here. Maybe if I'm good enough to go to play college football. I don't know.
Absolutely. Now, looking at obviously this year, you were upset about maybe not getting into a spot that you wanted, but how hungry are you, Austin, to develop into this player that kind of has that mentality to win Scout Team Player every week, and then at that point, like Coach Doherty, Coach Cullen, they're like, man, I can't afford not to have Austin on the field.
Well, it just doesn't sit right when they're putting underclassmen over me.
But what I'm saying is like, how hungry are you?
I want it. I want it bad.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you have a funny story about football?
Not really. It's just the Ted nickname, I guess. It's like really the only thing.
Do you have any Banksisms?
I don't know what that means.
Okay, well, you know what? Maybe Raynor Johnson will know who will be next up here in just a little bit. But Austin, what player do you see out there besides yourself that you just got to give props to, especially a younger guy?
I'd probably say Ren or Cade.
Yeah.
Both are pretty good at the position they play, same as mine. They try to get in as much as they can. So I'm glad to see them picking up the pace and hopefully getting on the varsity this year.
What do you think of Coach Doherty's culture that he promotes within his organization?
I think it's some of the best it's been in years. So.
All right, roll hounds.
Yeah, roll hounds.
All right, so I got Raynor Johnson. Raynor, obviously you're kind of in a similar boat to Austin. You're coming in when you spent a lot of time in developmental football last year. Watching you on the mat, did not like the nickname RJ.
No.
But did you like Farm Strong?
That was a okay one.
Okay. Yeah. I just want to make sure because, obviously I'll probably do some of those matchups. But back to football, man. What's football mean to Raynor Johnson, the bull rider?
I like being physical with it. I want to push myself. I want to show that I'm better than other people. It's not necessarily the sport itself, but it's just what I can do with it.
How far do you think you've come in let's say 15 months' time?
A lot farther than I was last year. Gone quite a ways.
Now the coaches have you doing quite a bit. I know that you started out. You won Scout Team Player of the Week last week. Okay, you were my pick. Okay, I'll just throw that out there. How hungry are you to basically get your nose in the door now?
Extremely.
Like elaborate, because I see that I can see and I wish everybody could see his facial expressions, ladies and gentlemen. It's like he could ride that damn bull right now.
I just want to go. I just want to push through. I just want to hit people. I don't know really what else to say.
He's kind of mean. Yeah, no, I'm just messing. But what are you seeing out of this group? And then let's compare it to last year's group. I mean, we lost a lot of starters, but what's the atmosphere, culture, or what are you seeing this year that's different? That maybe you see as a positive even.
I think the culture is a lot better. Not as much stuff going on in the locker room like last year. I don't know if
we won't talk about a lot of that.
Okay.
I mean, certainly we would say solidarity, right?
Yeah.
We do. I look at a lot of the freshmen from last year. Okay, and I look at them blossoming as sophomores, and we got a lot of them playing. I mean, like you look at Cal and Noah, obviously growing up quite a bit, right?
Yep.
The bottle guy, right? So anyway, what are you seeing there as far as the maturity level of that group?
It's gotten a bit better. It's still not super great, but it's quite a bit better than last year.
Well, that's good. So any shout outs to anybody that you see is working hard that may not be getting the recognition that they deserve?
Akil, Marshall, they're getting out there doing stuff. I don't really know a whole lot. Noah, he's trying. He's being very forceful. Cal always beats himself up over everything. He really wants to get a lot better.
Absolutely. Now, I got to throw out there that I can't believe that Nolan still knows every defensive play that I ran last year. Isn't that amazing?
That is kind of weird.
It's smart.
Cool.
Very, very, very detail-oriented and that sort of stuff. But
yep.
Do you got any Banksisms?
Don't know what that means.
It's not Burger King, have it your way. Anyway, that's one. Anyway, I stole it from somebody else. But, hey, man, I appreciate you taking the time to come down and just know that you're not going unnoticed, man. Coaches are talking you up.
I don't really care if they notice or not. I just want to go.
I love that. Are you riding? You're not riding a bull this week, correct?
Not this week. Next week.
Oh boy, Coach Didi, don't listen to this podcast. Roll Hounds.
Roll Hounds.
Okay. Hey, I'm here with Coach Doherty. We're here finally, week one. Exciting. Coach, we're coming into Burlington, hot off a scrimmage where, obviously we were able to see some good things and some bad things. But what do you see out of this Burlington squad that that you're going to kind of key on? Well, I wouldn't say key on because that would make me a peon statement. But what are you going to key on this week? Burlington's got some good athletes out there. What are you kind of seeing from their end of things, I guess?
Yeah, a couple things that about Burlington every year is they're going to be big up front. They have some really nice athletes, that's what you're going to get every year out of them. Now, X's and O's, we're going to kind of have to adapt, and we have we scouted. That was kind of a common agreement that we had with them was we would send scouts. So we sent a really good scout up there.
Yeah, his name was Chuck Banks, and also Ross and his dad went, which it was a great trip. By the way, we didn't go to the end zone, but anyway, people that know they just know. Anyway, Coach, we're coming into this thing. You got a senior quarterback. I just love watching him play, both offensively and defensively. We're looking at this week. I kind of like your what do you call it? I won't call it a commencement speech because it's not over. But your speeches this week is trying to draw basically just good to becoming great. And from the looks of it, I had to miss last night, obviously, because of a dizzy spell. But from the looks of it, I get a text from Travis Cullen at 9:40 at night because he doesn't do anything else, right? He just dings. But from the looks of it, they're kind of listening to us as far as trying to go from that good to great.
Yeah, I mean, and that's a lifelong thing. It's not just football. It's not just this week. It's how you live your life, and that's kind of been the message. You're right. Is good to great. Like how do you make those steps? And then once you get to good, that's the basement now. Like, and you want to continue to grow. Like, a lot of people, they talk about if what you did yesterday was impressive, then you haven't done anything yet today. And I kind of like that quote. We should be progressing as humans every single day, and also keeping it realistic. We're going to have days where we fight our butts off and we didn't get there, and that's okay. We're going to reevaluate, we'll reload, and we'll start again tomorrow. And that's the message for life. And if we can do that, we're going to be just fine in life.
And two, man, I think it's about enjoying the moments, being able to take it in, because, you're looking at seniors, and now, we're 12, 13 weeks away from the Dome. And, I mean, obviously that's a dream for all of us, but, man, 12 to 13 weeks from when they started as a freshman, and they thought they would never get here.
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing, and something that I enjoy about you and some of the other guys on our staff is I'm a guy that suffers from not living in the moment. I'm always a couple days ahead. I'm thinking I need to stop and smell the roses from time to time. And not that it's about me, but I need to know that about myself, and I need to help these kids be better about that. And I think some of it goes back to, like, do you enjoy winning or do you hate losing? Like, people are motivated by different things. I hate losing so freaking much. That's why I work the way that I do, but I need to stop and enjoy it, and I think that's one of my goals this year is to just enjoy football, to enjoy our coaching staff and our players and the whole program. And, I've always enjoyed them. I think last year I just let the scoreboard, the results kind of take over. So my goal is the standard is the same, man. Like, high expectations, and we're going to freaking get after it. But I need to enjoy the process a little more.
Well, and I think I think me getting sick kind of smacked you in the forehead a little bit, to be able to think about those things. Also, your father-in-law, right? Had that scare, and that's what's truly important is to be able to enjoy it. I probably spend far too much time in the past, and not enough time in the present, which we kind of all do. So. We're looking at kind of a knockdown drag out. It's going to be a heavyweight fight. You look at the last 5 years. You've been in a knockdown drag out with this team for 5 straight years. What are the keys to winning this ball game?
Yeah, it's always going to be an intriguing matchup, I feel, and that's been our message: is anticipate a dogfight, and I really do think that it's going to come down to the small disciplines. Obviously that's we haven't scouted a lot of what they do. We don't know too much. It's week 1, but we know that they're going to be physical. We know that they're going to be fast. We know that the football game comes down to controlling the football, tackles, making plays when they're there. It's going to come down to those small discipline things. Just like it did last year and the years before. And you know what? We've been on top of that, and we've been on the bottom of that. So where do we want to be? We got to focus on those things.
Oh, 100%. So, going into this, what are you telling your kids this week to get ready for such an event? I mean, this is kind of, if you look at the surrounding communities, this is just like going up against a Keokuk or going up against, a Mount Pleasant, or, it goes on and on. But this is kind of a rivalry, and rivalries are different.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the message is always, it's be you. Like, I love our guys. I trust our guys 100%. I wouldn't trade them for anybody. And, we believe in you 100%. We want you to go out there and just be you. And if you do, we will be just fine. And again, can't stress it enough. We love our guys, and if they're them, we know that we'll be all right.
Yeah. So this week, with me kind of being in and out, I can't do the Scout Team Player of the Week, but you can. Who do you got?
Oh, man. Akeel Wilkerson, again, is somebody that stood out in my mind. He gave us some really good looks last night. He's given effort. Eric jumps in there, but I'm going to go with Ted. Austin Nasheim, Ted. Ted really likes getting in there. He likes the ball in his hands, and he was begging me last night as I was running scout team quarterback a little bit, and He was trying to move around. He wants the ball. He wants to give good looks, and I appreciate that about him.
Maybe I'll have to reach out to Austin and have him explain to our listeners what Ted means.
I'll be honest, I don't even know.
Yeah.
I asked him, "Hey, are you okay with that nickname? Is it a good nickname?" He said, "Yep." I call him Ted, like everybody else does. I'd be interested in finding out.
Absolutely. So, hey, just a reminder out there to our listeners, we are cashless this year, so be sure that you can purchase your tickets ahead of time on Varsity Bound. If you have any questions, you can give our AD a call or, type in Google on how to do that, or you can pay with your card at the gate. So that's important to denote. And also, we do not have a curtain raiser this week. We are going to play our curtain raiser on Tuesday at 6 p.m. at home.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, so what time, Coach, are we rolling at 7 or still keeping it at 7:30?
7:30 game time.
7:30 game time. Roll Hounds, baby.
Roll Hounds.